So this morning when I was reading my comments, I saw do a brown look, monochrome, nude, many times. So today I'm going to do that. I'm going to start with my eyes. I'm also going to try to use things that you can actually still buy. I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Eyeshadow Primer first. I'm going to put it on heavy. My eyelids are a little red. I still haven't narrowed down what I think the culprit is that's causing my eyelids to itch and peel. I used a palette yesterday that I hadn't used in a while, a particular brand, a particular creator's palette that I hadn't touched in a while, and my eyes were feeling okay. They had gotten better, and then last night they were itching again. So I'm wondering if there's something in that particular creator's palette that makes her shadows really creamy and adhere and perform nicely, but irritates my eyelids. I don't know. But anyway, that's why I'm using so much eyeshadow primer. I'm pulling out the Tom Ford Cocoa Mirage palette. I looked it up. I saw it's still available. So there we go. I'm going to start off with a pencil brush. Oh no. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. And I'm going to take this reddish brown color here, and I'm going to put that in the corners. I'm not going to shut my eye because I don't like that. I don't like that right off. I know I don't like that. Here's, okay, I'm using a brush that you can't get anymore. It's a longish. The hairs are kind of longish, but it's skinny. So I can keep the shadow precise, right? I'm just going to work in this outside corner. Where am I going to wear this look? Well, today I'm going to wear it to the movies. Pat and I are going to see the new Matthew McConaughey movie. I believe it's called Serenity. It has Diane Lane in it. I think that's what her name is. Who else does it have in it? It's also got the dude. It's got the dude and the dudeess. It's got the dude that played the Kennedy that ran off the bridge and let the girl drown. What was it? I don't know which Kennedy it was. Anyway, the dude that plays, he always plays a Boston person. He also played in, I don't know. I'll put the name right here. I'm just gonna leave that there. I want that to stay. I don't want it to get crazy. I want it to stay right there. Oh, that makes me look like. We'll fix it. It'll go in an upper direction later. I look like, what's his name? Quasimodo. Wow. Now I'm going to do the lid part. I'm going to take the light color. put that on the front half. Also, I got monochromatic, so I'm going to try to keep all these colors in the same family. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's work on brows for a minute. You can get this brow pencil for show because I looked it up. This is the $1 Billion Brow. What the heck? Shh. Shh. Alright, if it's cut off, it can't make any noise, right? This is the $1 Billion Brow. The color is, the color is universal. I'm just filling in just some places where I feel like I could use some more definition. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to comb through it. That's my favorite color in that palette, is that warmer red. There's something either within the microblading that was done on these brows or just the way they grow that gives me a fit on that side every time. All right. I'm going to use a black pencil on my tight line. I was watching a video this morning. Someone was talking about wanting to keep their liner on top real thin so they could preserve their lid space. That's why I tight line. Well, tight lining is a good answer to that. See, it defines your lash line, but it doesn't take up any of the... Alright, now I'm going to put a little baby wing on the outside. Then I'm going to go back where I made that baby wing on the outside and take the matter color in here, this one. And buff it out a little bit, make it hazy. I'm taking a fairly clean brush and buffing it around the outer edges of this first brown I put down. To diffuse it, make it really, really soft and diffused. I'm making sure I don't have any on the brush. All right, now I'm going to take the nude pencil from Makeup Geek. I think Tarte makes one. It's called Fake Awake. I think most of the brands have a nude pencil now. I know MAC has one. MAC was the first one I ever saw. I'm going to put some clear brow gel in my brows to keep them, to assist in keeping my eyelid space, because my brows try to grow down and it takes up my brow, takes up my lid space. Now I'm going to take the highbrow. It's packaged differently now. It's by Benefit, but this is an old one. I don't know why I haven't used it up. I guess because I got sidetracked with another product. I'm going to take a flat concealer brush and blend that. It really does do a nice job of accenting the brow bone, right? All right. Now I'm going to curl my lashes. I think I have a Hues lash curler. I'm going to wipe it off a little bit so I don't pull any more lashes out. All right, I'm gonna give these a good curl. I like these because the arc on this is littler. And my eyes are so deep, so I can get, if it was, it would stop. I couldn't get to the lashes. All right, now I'm going to use something else you can get. The Monsieur Big. This is the, not the waterproof one, it's the regular one. Why do I have a little one? I have this little one and I have another little one. I don't know why. I like the small mascaras. I've heard that from other creators that also like the smaller ones. They feel like the mascara is better. It might be because the formula can get to that perfect dried out stage. Not dried out, but you know, it's not so wet like when you first open it. That could be why they gives you the perception that the smaller ones are better. I don't know. I like getting things on my doorstep too, so gives me an opportunity to buy more often. All right, I'm gonna let those dry a little bit. And I'm gonna start on the face. I'm gonna use my Tatcha Primer. I can't remember who said they didn't like it. I'm betting they use too much. Like I've said in other videos, you're supposed to use it up to the little line on the coin. I do not. I just get, you see, I just got a dibby dab, and it goes a long way. And I concentrate it where I feel like I have issues. It's blurring. Feel like it fills, F-I-L-L-S, fills pores. I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and I'm going to mix Born This Way and VDL. Yes, 2 primers. You can get both of these things. Pounce it together. So last night we watched most of Miami Vice. It's got Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx in it. We watched it, I don't know what we watched it on, maybe Netflix or Amazon. It's okay. It kept our attention. I'm glad I didn't go to the theater to see it. Anyway, we didn't finish watching it. I was getting sleepy. So we can watch the tail end of it tonight. We've been watching really old, I don't know, never heard of movies before on Amazon. I think it's Amazon that we're watching them on. I need to pin this hair out of my face before I get it all, before it sticks to my makeup. So yes, I haven't made any more yet. Any more foundation. My the grid marks on my face from the sublative is almost gone. I have just one or two little dots here and there. The biggest difference I saw in the, well, right off, like in the first couple of days, something I noticed was my skin was turning over and the clogged pores were sloughing out. It was just sloughing right out. I didn't have to, you know, I didn't pick or anything. It just flecked off. And Pat said the tone and texture of my face is almost perfect. Didn't need much foundation. That went a long way, didn't it? All right. And that was the Born This Way by Too Faced, and in the color Seashell, and the VDL Lumi layer. It's kind of iridescent. All right. Now I'm going to put under eye concealer, brightener, etc. My favorite is Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I was fortunate enough to be gifted the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away, and I was using that before the air in my house got so dry. My lips are a mess. Okay, I'm going to take my favorite brush for buffing out my under eye concealer. It's the e.l.f. and you can get this. I saw it yesterday at Target. I went over to Target to check out the Sonia Kashuk beauty sponges. I couldn't pull the trigger. I've gotten bit so many times by salespeople telling me, oh, this is just as good, it's just as soft, it's just as bouncy, with a beauty sponge, and then it not be. So I chickened out. I know. I don't remember how much they were, like $9. I'm evening up the colors I see here. So yeah, when I was at Target yesterday, I saw a big display of e.l.f. brushes. And I saw this one. It's the Flawless Concealer brush. All right, I put my lashes on and put another coat of mascara on. Let's continue. I'm going to use Hoola. I know that many of you have Hoola, so let's use Hoola as the contour bronzer. I'm using the Real Techniques blush brush for my bronzer. I'm squeezing the end to keep the profile of it tighter. I do the perimeter of my face. I do a good bit up here. At my temple. I do it across my nose right here. And on the end of my nose. There we go. So that's the bronzer contour, and I used Hoola. Now for blush, I'm going to stay kind of monochromatic. I'm going to use the But First Coffee. It is by Bare Minerals. And I'm going to use my same brush for that. And I'm going to gently put that on the apples. It doesn't usually grab. I think there's something on my brush that I use for bronzer that's causing it to grab. I used it for a cream product recently. All right, there's the But First Coffee. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender that I used and diffuse the edges of that blush. There. Now I'm going to highlight some. I'm going to highlight the tops of my cheeks with this Laura Geller Tropic Hues. I'm going to take the lightest color in this shadow palette and use it to highlight my nose. Just the tip of my nose. Now, for lips, to stay in the theme of monochromatic brown nude, I'm going to use the Stripdown pencil by MAC. Oh, my lips look bad. I'm going to wipe this lip conditioner off. And some of the peeling. Boy, they're red, aren't they? There, bring down the red some. All right, strip down. Try this one. I'm going to hope this is where I want to go with this. These smell so good. These are the Powder Kiss lipsticks from MAC. This one is Scattered Petals, I think. Yes, this is Scattered Petals, and it's the powder. The powder lipstick formula from MAC. There. My face is really dry today. The humidity is very low. That was my concealer brush. I'm going to take my bronzing brush and I'm leaving it open this time to buff. Alright, one more step. I'm going to take the MAC Fix Plus, and this is the coconut one, and I'm going to spritz my face so that the products will meld with my face and it won't look cakey. And then I'm going to make sure I don't have any wet marks. See that Tropic Hues is just the perfect. Thank you for watching, and thank you for the suggestions. I like this look, and I will redo it. I'll wear it again to work this week. Leave your suggestions for what you want to see next in the comments, and thank you for all of your input regarding the links. I'll continue doing those. I'll be a big girl and just suck it up. I'm getting into the rhythm of it, and it's not that big a deal anymore. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I really enjoyed spending time with you, and I'll talk to you soon.